So I'm not gonna lie, I went ahead and used my Dermalogica Age Smart Dynamic Skin Recovery for my sunscreen. I don't have a drugstore sunscreen for my face, so I did that off camera. But now let's get into the products for the makeup. So I'm gonna use my Mary Kay Perfecting Primer, or I guess it's just called Foundation Primer. It does have an SPF of 15 in it, but I still do like to have my sunscreen underneath. So yeah, any of the products I'm gonna use today will be either Mary Kay or drugstore. So I'm really excited. And then for the foundation, I'm actually going to use a Mary Kay CC cream, and it's also an SPF of 15, and I am in the shade light to medium. I haven't used this in a really long time. Pretty excited to try something like this. Oh, I got it on my hair. Ugh. And I'm just using, actually it's a Mary Kay brush. So the lady that I get my Mary Kay from, I always just get their CC cream and or their primer, and then I've gotten some blushes in the past. But that's pretty much what I get. I do love their CC cream. It's really nice, decently priced. And anyways, the last time I bought some, she got me this brush and said, try it with your CC cream and see what you think. I'm not a brush girl. I typically like to just use my Real Technique sponge, but I wanted to try it for the sake of using Mary Kay stuff. And because I never use it and it's like brand new. So why not? And I think if I remember correctly, the CC cream will adjust to fit like your color. So it might look off at the beginning, but it usually will set to be perfect for everyone's skin. I've never had a problem with it. Of course, I always mostly wear my CC creams in the summertime, so I'm usually a little bit tanner, but it's looking pretty decent so far. You can see it's pretty fluid. I did do it down my neck. Let's set the under eyes with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Banana Powder. It is a loose powder, and I'm just going to use my flat brush. Just get a little bit on there. Now, the only thing I do not have a drugstore, like brand-wise product, would be my brow product. So I will do that off camera just for the sake of wanting to only use drugstore or Mary Kay on camera. But I will use my Benefit, what is it? It's the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. I'm gonna use that. I have a brow gel that is drugstore, but I don't have an actual like brow product that's drugstore. So under eyes are set. We'll go in with our CoverGirl Clean Professional and Translucent Light. And it is a loose powder as well. Go in with my drugstore Kabuki brush. Tapping that product in just to set it down. I'm not looking at getting a whole bunch of powder to set just because we're doing a cookout tonight. Actually, that we're getting ready to start, and so I want something fast and easy and not looking for getting like super full coverage or matte, because I'm gonna be outside anyways and probably get a little bit warm. So I'm just going in pretty lightly with that. I got some concealers out, but honestly my skin looked pretty decent. Like I said, we're gonna be outside, so I'm not too worried about it. But I did get some out. We're just gonna skip that step because I feel like that looks pretty good as is. I'm gonna step off camera, do my brows, and I will be right back. All right, I got my brows on. I went in with that Benefit Goof Proof in shade 3. Went ahead and got those done. And now let's do a little bit of bronzer. I'm gonna use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. And I'm just gonna go in with a super big fluffy brush, and this is the Flower brand. And I really like this bronzer a lot. And it gives a really nice healthy glow as well. and that, I think it's called Muru butter, that they use for all of their butter blushes, butter highlights, and butter bronzers, is super, like, really nice feeling, like super hydrating on the skin. And even with me being oily, I really like using these products. And I believe there's a couple different shades of bronzer. This was just the one that I got. I know there was like at least 4. And then let's go in with, I'm trying to pick which blush I want. They're both Mary Kay blushes. That one's a little bit bright. Let's go in with this one here. And it is in the shade Citrus Bloom. So I don't know if it's still available, guys, because it's been a really long time since I've got anything from Mary Kay, especially the blushes. And these are all, I think, mineral blushes. If anyone's interested, I do not sell Mary Kay. I just have several clients and like Facebook friends that sell it. And I've been buying from one client particularly for a while whenever I need any. So just find your local Mary Kay girl if you're interested in anything. All right, nice and natural and pretty. Let's go in and do a little bit of a highlight. This is actually the Physicians Formula Butter Blush in the shade Natural Glow, but you guys, it has like a slight pink reflect, but it's definitely not like a blush color for me. I'm a blush girl. I actually find this to be a really nice highlighter. It's very natural and just kind of melts into the skin. So I use it for that. But it's definitely made to be a blush, but I feel like it's a better highlighter for me personally. But it's that same thing, that Muru butter. I really like all of the Physicians Formula butter stuff. So I don't have like an eyeshadow primer that is drugstore, so I'm just not going to use a primer. If you want something to be primed and you don't have a eyeshadow primer, you can use a concealer of your choice. I'm just going to not use one at all. So that's my life journey today. I'm gonna go in with the Physicians Formula Butter Blush palette, and it is the Tropical Days palette. There's a day and night one. This one's the day. I believe the night had some like greens and really pretty colors as well. I just picked this one personally for me at the time. I'm gonna go in with the shade right here. I do not know. Oh, it's called Coastal Chic, and we're gonna put that all over the lid. I didn't realize the names are on the back until just now. And I've used this for a while now. Again, I really like the Physicians Formula butter products, and their eyeshadow palette's pretty darn good. The only thing I've noticed that is a little bit finicky is they like to skip sometimes with like the purples and the blues. So if you're aware of that, you should be fine. But that's the only negative I have found with this palette. And then I'm gonna go in with this shade here, which is Sightseeing. It's just a nice shimmery goldy bronze color with a flat brush, and tap that on that lid. And then for my crease blender shade, I'm just gonna go in with a fluffy blender brush, and I'm gonna go in with, yeah, let's go in with this pinky mauve color, and it is called Island Hopping. And we're just gonna tap on that outer corner first, and then bring it in. This pinky mauve like needs to have a single like shadow like that I can buy, because Oh my god, it is beautiful. It's my favorite shade. Like, I literally pick up this palette just for this shade, and so I end up using the whole palette sometimes just because of this shade. So Physicians Formula, you guys have got to get a single shadowed pot or whatever just of this color. It is beautiful. I doubt they're watching, but if they are, or if you know someone that works there, you guys gotta tell them because it's amazing. Then let's go in with the white here, and that one's called White Sands, and we're gonna put that in the inner corner. And also as our brow highlight shade. And then I'm just gonna go back to that really fluffy brush that we used earlier and go in with the Coastal Chic here that we used all over earlier. And I'm just gonna use that color for under my eyes. And that'll keep it really soft and blurred out. And then just kind of softening up everything. All right, now let's set the brows. I'm gonna use my Ulta Waterproof Brow Gel, and I believe this is just clear. It does not say on there, but I believe it is just clear. I think I've only used it like twice. It's a little like brush type of product. Interesting. Okay, so I'm just afraid I'm gonna get a lot here. I'm trying to be really gentle so I don't just like slap on a lot of gel in one spot. That's interesting. I'm used to like spoolies for my brow gels. I think I'm gonna use a spoolie just to make sure that it's not like clumped in one spot, just to make sure it's distributed well. So if you use that product, I would suggest doing that just so you know it's just not like plopped in and you get it distributed really well, just to be on the safe side. I'm gonna set my makeup with the Flower Seal the Deal. It is a matte setting spray. Smells amazing. And it's a nice like soft mist. You have to use quite a bit, I feel like, is the only downside, but I really do like this setting spray. Okay, so for mascara, I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. It is a waterproof, voluminous mascara. I think I've only used this once, and I think it was because it was so wet. So we're gonna cross our fingers. And I'm just gonna use this one on my top lashes. I feel like, so I have super sensitive eyes, and I feel like when I wore this, my eyes were super irritated and almost swollen. I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like that's why I never reached for it again, but I didn't throw it away. So if I didn't throw it away, it must not have been that bad. And I got in a really bad habit of grabbing roller lash like every day, so. Because this looks really pretty. Who knows? Sometimes I think I just think something's bad and I don't touch it again for a while, and then I grab it and I'm like, oh my god, so pretty. Yeah, it's not super wet. I don't know why I would have thought that. It's not super wet, and it actually looks really good. Okay, I'm gonna keep it. I'm glad I tried it. And then for my lower lashes, I'm gonna use the CoverGirl So Lashy Lash Pro. And the reason why I use this one on the bottom is because it has this really freaking weird like ball at the end of it, and I always stabbed my eye, which was not cool when I would try to use it on my top lashes. So I'm just gonna use it for my lower lashes. I'm always afraid I'm gonna stab my eye. And I feel like this ball like end is really good for the lower lashes. All right. I actually like this look, you guys. It was super fast and easy. For my lips, I'm going back and forth between these two. They're Physicians Formula, the Healthy Lip, and they're a velvet finish. And I've got them in this shade. I don't know, the shade's not on here. Oh, how weird. There's not a shade on here. Sorry, guys. They're Physicians Formula, though, and I believe this one was called, like, Beat or something Beat, and then I feel like this one was called, like, Fuchsia or something like that. Let's go in with the, what I believe would be the Beat one. Oh, I hate that that's so crazy. I can't even tell you guys, but here's what it looks like up close, in case you go to the store and you try to find it. Okay, and ignore my nasty lip, or not lips, but my nasty nails. I need to fix them. So the first time I wore this, I was so impressed, and it stayed all day long while I was at work, and they feel really comfortable on the lip as well. They're not drying at all, and they have a really nice finish to them. So I highly recommend to go check them out. And there was quite a few shades, if I remember correctly, but I really liked the way they felt. They kind of dried down a little bit, but it doesn't feel drying on my lips at all. And the colors that I've tried are really nice. So I hope that you guys liked this look. Hopefully you got to see something that maybe you want to try, or maybe like you can try something you haven't tried in a while and find something really good. If you saw anything like Mary Kay wise that you liked, just contact a local Mary Kay girl. I'm sure they would love to help you guys. But I hope you enjoyed the look. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you guys would like to see next. And then make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you know when my next video goes up. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.